Hi, Zobble975 and welcome to Elite Dangerous Legacy on Xbox. This is a fun 1v1 that I had. Phantom v Phantom, so two Phantoms going at it. Properly fun fight. I was trying really hard in this one, which doesn't really show because I lose my shields early, but I've got an excuse for that. It's because I'm so used to one and done shields builds without banks, and I'm not used to flying a bioweave. This is very much the sort of similar to the build that a lot of TOC and Gowron especially uses. So Gowron's in his Plasma Charger Phantom, which is currently his favourite ship. It's 4 of the Plasma Chargers. It's a Phantom, it's very fast. It can loop out and recharge its bioweaves. I believe he's got 1 set of banks on his, whereas I have 2 sets of banks on mine, which does come in quite clutch on this one. The engineering is not quite finished on my ship yet. I still haven't quite done the hull, which could have left me in catastrophe considering I did this really bad mistake and lost my shields early. And from this point I'm on the back foot and panicking a little bit. But it was a good fun fight. It was an interesting 1v1. It was quite a brutal 1v1. And yeah, I really did enjoy myself in this one. Yeah. Me and Gowron have been hanging around quite a bit in system. I've been trying to pirate, he's been trying to gank, and we've had a lot of fun recently just messing around in large party chats, just chatting and hanging out in the game, because that's what the game really is. It's just like a social space for us to hang out, have fun, do silly things. And yeah, Gowron at this point is doing a little bit of a double take because my shields have come back and I'm surviving, and also I am quite chunking because I'm using all fixed weapons. Me, the Gimbal Scrub, using all fixed weapons. 4 Plasmax. Go figure. Yeah, Gowron did a double take it. My shield's coming back up, and I was able to bank them back up quite heavily. I have 2 banks on this, and oddly, because of this is a PvE ship, so I run 3 beam lasers and a pulse, and I can't have both my banks on, so I have 1 set of banks deactivated. I didn't realise until after the fight. With the Plasmax I switched to, I could have had both banks on from the start, which probably would have made life easier. But there's a bit where I have to really eke out a tiny bit of shields because I'm trying to get the second bank to switch on. I have to switch one off and switch one on, and that takes a while. And yeah, if my shield had gone down that time, I would have lost. So this was an incredibly close fight with a couple of really close calls. It's not. I'm using a ship well outside of my comfort zone. I'm using weaponry well outside my comfort zone. This is not something I normally do, but it was really good fun, and I did enjoy myself. This ship is an interesting ship, as you can see from the 3 letters on my dashboard. I built it with my usual strategy in mind, and Gowron was quite surprised at how hard it was hitting on the rams. Now, rams are absolute damage, so they're absolute nightmare for high resistance builds. And I've got a high resistance shield on this, and I'm thinking with the way it performed in this fight, I might go for a mixture of short range blaster and efficient thermal conduit Plasmax in future. It's not exactly high skill because I'm barrel stuffing basically. It's like the cheap tactics you use with Plasmax is firing just before you ram. And also, this is about 3 or 4 times heavier than an average crate Phantom. Yes, I have made an all B rated, incredibly heavy, gone to extra lengths to make it super heavy crate. And we were comparing stats, and it's about 3 times the weight of Gowron's or Dan's Phantom, which is hence why it was doing so much damage on the ram. So while I did use skill weapons to beat Gowron, and while I did use the Plasmax and to win this fight I used fixed weapons, I did use them in the most cheap way possible, which is barrel stuffing and ramming, which is the way to go for me, I think, when it comes to Plasmax. I might have to build a 5PA FDL ramming machine as well. You never know. It's my new stylie, just barrel stuffing, plasma ramming, and being annoying. But yeah, it was a good fight. It was I should have lost. There was a couple of times where I really got lucky with being able to get my shields to come back up, and it was a couple of times I got lucky. Gowron, when he's had this much to drink, is quite aggressive in the way he plays, so he's not backing out of any of the rams or anything like that. If I play him when he's slightly more sober, he probably would evade a bit more. But yeah, at this time of night, this is when it's full bore aggressive Gowron. Win or lose, he's going in there and just tight turns and getting in back in your face as quickly as possible. So it was GG's all around. It was a good fun fight, and I'll say that's all. Thank you very much for watching, and it is nice to get some glory off of Gowron. GG, bud.
To you.